Oh, Old Man Whimsy live. Let's see if this thing's on. Let's do a quick quality check. Right, on. Right, on. Music's on. Right, music's on. It's good enough. I'm watching TV over here. That didn't pick up, which is cool. I can't figure out the microphone thing because what was it? 2 weeks ago, I was getting a bunch of feedback, and now I'm not getting any of it. We'll find out when we start playing the Mind Pockets, but I don't know. Uh, doing. I think we're good. I got my water. We're gonna call it a day. I don't just don't care. I'm on. I'm here. I'm every. Yeah. Okay. I'm watching Taskmaster. Why is it making noise? I don't like that. My computer just made noise. What's going on? Alright, looks good. Yeah, the behind the music sounds a little bit loud. Behind the music sounds a little bit loud. So I can hear that one. I'm just gonna quit touching stuff. I don't like my hands. Hold on. Uh, Hopefully it's not a very hand episode. How's everybody doing? We haven't done this in 2 weeks. What did we do last week? Yeah, it's only been a week. It feels like it's been like no, I wasn't here last week. We were in Tuscon. Said Tus earlier. What was I? One of the mind pockets has me mispronouncing it again. But yeah, I don't know where I got this water. I do not buy Aquafina, but I have it. I think this is one of Kelly and Megan's waters. Oh, brilliant. We should stay hydrated. This is expiration dates on water. You know this? Yeah, this is the pre-show right now, guys. Here you go. Ready? October 16, 26. There's legit a 2 year minus 1 month exactly expiration date. I took this phone up earlier. I got up and didn't freak out. Everything was set up. Everything seems to be recording. May look like I have my life together, but I don't know. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Let's make sure all this stuff works. Boom. You don't know what I'm doing behind here. I wonder if I can convince you guys, like, newer, like new viewers. So um, like we're averaging like what, anywhere between like 7 and 12. Okay, 7 and 9 ish every live stream. So next year we're gonna double that, right? What if we didn't tell the new people and was just like we try to play it off like that image on the screen, on this the screen, the inception screen was live still, and then like I was back. Like people would lose their mind thinking like, oh my god, how did he do that? How does he make like a video with live in it? I think that's hilarious. I think he does some movements in there, so I just have to like practice those moves. I wish I would have sent a better clip of me doing more stuff. I didn't know he was gonna do that or she was gonna do that when she made the video. Oh, lo-fi mouse pads. Someone write that down. No, stand by. I don't think anybody's here yet, but there's a Patreon idea. I suck. Okay, we're gonna check Amazon real quick. We're gonna see how much custom mouse pads are. Custom mouse pads with photo. $12. $9. $9. If anybody knows a cheaper, like if we took the whole lo-fi video, right? Stand by. Let's see. Okay, the whole lo-fi video, the raining, the sleeping gnome. Like, what if we made that into like a mouse pad? Because like, kind of like this one. This one has a Snorlax posing as a Totoro. This is an extra large one. I don't think we have to go extra large, but I want more than just the square one. But so that way we can landscape it. Holy shit! People would buy that, right? Hold on. Hold on. Sarah made the first. If we, I could make Little Whims comic mouse pads because remember the originals were all side by sides and not stacked. This is an XXL mouse pad. That would be fun. What if I can find? How would I do that? I'm thinking. I just need a semi-lance, like just like a large mouse. Oh, we're gonna try it. That'd be kind of cool. Sarah would get a kick out of that. 12 bucks. Yeah, keep the price point at like $6 purchased because anything more like I already take a bath on the whatchamacallit, the Patreon right now. Small bath, nothing crazy, but uh, uh, Welcome to this week's live stream episode of Mind Pockets 34. 34. Hey, Grandma, how you doing? Uh, Fantastic. 34 episodes of Mind Pockets. That is fantastic. That seems like a lot of fun. Obviously, a full year. We've only missed. How many straight Mind Pockets have I missed? Does anybody have an idea? Because most of the time I try to like piggyback. No, not piggyback. Um, if I miss a Saturday, I just move it to the Monday. I didn't do that for Tuscon. So, in theory, have I only missed one Mind Pockets? There has to be another one. What other Mind Pockets have I missed? Like, have I literally been doing this for 35 weeks? Ooh, we started first of the year. It's 52. There's only 6 weeks left of the year. So somewhere I missed. I had to have missed 10 weeks somewhere. How did I miss that? Or I missed? No. Okay. No. 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 Because we didn't start Mind Pockets the first of the year. We started in February. Like, should I do something fun for episode 52? That seems like the 1 year one. I don't know. We have an anniversary episode coming up soon, and I don't even. I don't even know what to do with it. Uh, Obviously, I would want Liam here. I just don't know what we would do that like he would be interested in doing. The year one was fun because we played the game, right? We did the clip shows. There's some aspects that I'm kind of I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, congratulations on 34 episodes, guys. Like that's fun. That's fucking bomb, dude. It's baller. It okay. So 2 seconds. I think it's hilarious because I'm like, yeah, I did 34 weeks. I'm just like, you guys have listened to my nonsense for like 300 random thoughts. You guys deserve an award. That's all I gotta say. All right, the levels look to be working okay. Volumes are fine. Mic volume, I still get one person struggling to hear the volume, but everything's bouncing in the right place. So I'm not gonna touch that. Grandma normally says it's a little too high on the mic, so we look like we're fine right now. I have no feedback anywhere. I don't know. In theory, mom should be on soon because I don't think I don't know. This is like the longest week I've seen in a while, and I don't understand why. Like, cause I legit, it feels like it's been like a month since we went to Tuscon. Oh, the volume is good and camera is perfect. I should after this, and I'm not going to. I want to remember it. I should tape something on the table to indicate where the mat, because everything's on a mat right now, and then I need to tape where the camera is because I do like the camera. I agree, the camera looks fucking fantastic right here. Because when it's here, like here-ish, I lose my mind and I always keep looking this way over here to overcompensate for whatever reason. But right now, I'm digging it. We're doing good. Um, But let's get on with the show. Maybe? Yes. Still my favorite transitional video that just says boom. My poor kids. Is there not normally? There isn't. It's not like the Mondays where it's video title card and then get into it. Uh, Anybody new watching, listening? Uh, Mind Pockets, typically Saturdays. I record a bunch of random ideas and thoughts throughout the week. We're going to play them all for you today, and then we will comment and see what the hell's been going on in Ben's life today or this week. Number one, here we go. You ever have one of those naps where you just fall asleep and then wake up and then have no idea what day it is? Or AM or PM? Yeah. Those suck. All right. That's all I got. Nothing profound. Okay, so I think it makes sense on Monday because we had the crazy weekend that I've firmly established so far in this episode that it has been like it was a fantastic weekend. I'm not even gonna complain about that. But Monday, I had so much shit going on that when I eventually got home, I was able to lay down at like let's call it 3:30, and then I slept for what felt like a day, and then I got up at like 8, lost my mind because I didn't know what day it was. And because I had the blackout curtains, I don't even know if it was AM or PM. But Mondays, I'm seeming to have this panic for a moment because it's either one, I guess it's nice that I have a self awareness that I'm supposed to be places. Um, but yeah, like two different occasions, I think we've seen it, right? Where I've overslept and people have lost their minds trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be. Um, so I think that's kind of where the panic comes from. Is like I gotta check my phone and start calling people back so that people don't think I offed myself or I died. So yeah, weird feelings. I wonder if I can make. I don't mind pocket that real quick. Maybe hold on. I don't know what we're gonna. I don't know if it's gonna make it a full mind pocket, but it is a. Can I make emotional feeling videos? Oh, yeah. Could I make another lo-fi video or just a video in general that conveys that panic to you? I don't know. It's noted. I don't know what the hell to do with it. It felt like it needed to be written down, so thus it has been written. I had a meeting with StreamYard. You know the old live system I used to use. Irony is they wanted to know like more feedback about like StreamYard, like what's good about it, what I don't like about it. Uh, the best part about that entire meeting was that the guy who did it didn't even use StreamYard to have this little meeting. He used Google or something. I don't even know. I just thought it was cute. They're like, hey, how come you don't use StreamYard as much? I don't know. How come you guys don't even use your own product? Last bit seemed a little snarky. Like I didn't mean it to be that snarky. There's another one coming up in which I might comment a little bit more on this idea, this thought I'm having. But people have reached out, and I seem I don't know what it is. Some stuff I've advertised I'm interested in, and then they're reaching back out. but like I'm getting emails for feedback, and like I like this. I'm very active right now, and I don't know what happened in the last like 3 weeks with it, so I don't know. But yeah, Streamyard um, hires like a third party, and the third party set up a Google meeting with me, and we for like it was probably about a half hour, 40 minutes, and he was like, "What do you like about Streamyard?" I said, "Here's what I like about Streamyard." I said, "Part of it was the pricing, right? Like I was dipping into my 20 hours, so that's why we had to use the OBS, was because I didn't want to have to like run out of hours, right?" And then the customization, I told him a little bit. So the pricing actually jumped, fucking skyrocketed, like doubled. Um, like StreamYard is fantastic. Like I'm not complaining about that because I still use StreamYard for the podcasts. I just thought it was kind of interesting of help us figure out why people don't like StreamYard, but email them and interview them, but don't use StreamYard. Like it just seemed like a missed opportunity. I don't know. It was fair.
Is it really necessary to write an article? All right, what was the headline? Um, House predicts Chase would take over 5 years in advance. House started in 2007 and ended in 2012. Why do we need a 12-year-old article telling us that something that happened 15, was that 18 years earlier? What the storyline was going to be? Like, we already know it. Like, it blows my mind what people will agree to accept as news. Um, Maybe I'll start writing for them. Hey, um, like, I don't know, who shot JR? Maybe I can just crack that story wide open.
It didn't sound as bad. That joke at the end, for whatever reason, I thought it was gonna like miss completely. But good job, Ben. You got websites like Variety, Screen Rant, Entertainment Weekly, comic book something somethings. And the problem, like, what's interesting is the amount of bullshit articles being written. Uh, just blows my mind at this point. I think it had to have been Screen Rant. Like, to be fair, it's a pretty trash. It's not a trash website, but it's pretty trash, right? As I'm looking for things to talk about on a Monday, right? They're like, House predicts Chase taking over in season 3 before season 8. Okay, fine. I get the concept of it. Okay, because there's some valid, but all they did they and somehow they got 3 pages out of this. It oh my, I can't believe, like I didn't even read the whole, like I read most of it. That's what bothers me, is whoever wrote this, I gave them validity in their job, um, in that somebody, nobody, like there can't be that many people that think about House as often as I do. Like Kelly, Esther, my mom never even watched House. My grandmother never watched House. Right? Maybe she did. I don't know, but not enough that I don't think anybody would give a shit in 2024 on someone's hot take on a fucking retrospective of House predicted Chase taking over in season 3 for a show that's already 10 years old, almost 20 years old now. Like, how, like, okay, Graham watches House, but like today, 2024, do you care about any article that says, I don't know, like I'll fall down these rabbit holes on YouTube where like a video essay, like I'll take a video essay on why House 20 years later is still a fantastic character. Like give me, I'll read that article for days. Don't tell me like, oh my god, it absolutely destroys me that they're like, well, we're just gonna tell you the end of the series and somehow how it foreshadowed it. Oh, I'm already done with this. It just bothered me. Not that I had to put it down.
So there was a power meeting with
Mm,
the what was that? Our Town Con. Talked to him for the most part. I think it went really well, and reached out to someone to possibly like goes halvesies on us with us, like partner up maybe. Uh, don't know. There's another meeting on Monday, so I'll have to wait for the details of that. I'll reach out to said guy and kind of go from there. But you guys might know him. He's been on a couple of episodes. Snoogans.
check out what I just noticed. Hmm, what am I wearing? Oh, it's Frankfurt. Yeah. Oh, I'm wearing fucking M&M fucking pants, dude. Like, let's just take 2 seconds away and realize that I did not do this on purpose, but I am wearing motherfucker. Look, look, that's the M&M that I'm wearing. One would think I was genius enough to figure this out. Absolutely not. I don't even know where I got these. Don't even know where I got them. I got them for a Christmas somewhere. Anyway, Ben's matching. Somehow Ben matched this amazing shirt. I forgot my mind pocket. Power meetings. Mm. Yes, right? And look, he has got the same expression too. I can't show you my belly because that's a disgusting mess. But like, oh, look, he looks a little worried, right? Because he's orange. Mm. He's like, I don't know. Okay, our town Comic Con we went to last year, right? We talked about it for a minute. They reached out and they're like, we're looking for sponsors. I think I talked a little bit about it on Monday. Was they're like, well, for a small, because I'm going to sponsor the con, like for a small fee, they could do. I could have a banner outside the convention center. It could be in the information, the booklet. The guy was like, "Hey, for the right price, you could be Chase the Whimsy brings you our town Comic Con, which would be amazing. Like, let's not get crazy. Like, the guy said 51,000 people attended it that weekend. To have 51,000 people to be like, boom, right? And then we'd have a panel. I'd be wandering the con. Like, that'd be amazing. Okay, we're not going to do that. But I'm like, I'm humoring the idea, right? Because it's, if they're like, hey, for $300, you guys can have a small table where you can sit for 3 days and we'll give you a room. You can do an hour-long panel somewhere. I'm like, all right, that's worth it because I think it would be fun. So I was like, hey, I know a guy who does a lot of cons. he actually helped us with the podcast. So I have a meeting this Monday because he's getting me pricing on a couple of things and kind of building a couple of packages, right? Like, what is it that we want to do? Um, like, do we want to be active at the con, or is it just going to be like a picture of us on the sponsor page on the back of the booklet? So we're going to go hopefully more than that. Um, but I did reach out to Ming Chen and asked if he wanted to go like halvesies or partner on some con space for next year. He said absolutely. So I don't know what that means yet because we don't know what we're looking for. But there, like, how cool is it that there's a chance that it's a shared universe in Whimsy Studios at the same con, at the same table, doing a panel together? Like, I can't, for like, if they're like, hey, for $300, like, I'll figure out how to save $300, right? And then, like, I can't pay for that kind of Ming Chen and like uh exposure. I don't know if it's gonna. I don't even know what it's gonna be, but I'm not even gonna bury the lead on that. I'm fucking asking. Like, I'm piggybacking on Ming Chen as much as I can. Anything with regards to a con. So, um, as of right now, that is the idea. Is a shared universe. Oh my god. Okay, someone needs help with the the vision real quick. Okay, ready? A shared universe, Whimsy Studios. So it's like podcasting from A to Z. Like, there's an A to Z fucking joke tagline somewhere in there. Like, this thing writes itself. Yeah. I think it would be cool. Um, yeah. I'm gonna push this year and see if we can get, because like if we do and he does want to come down, like how fun would that be? He doesn't have to be here for the whole 3 days. Like, let's like crazy, right? He flies out Friday. We hang out. We chat. I show him around town a little bit. Boom, Saturday he's hanging out with us at the con, and he just fucks off on Sunday. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, if he's only here for the 1 day engagement, we'll put a pin in that thought real quick because I believe there's one more update, semi-con related.
All right, got everything updated or uploaded for the ToothCon episodes. 3 episodes, 2 of them are interview episodes. Overall, went really well. Did get a call back, well, an email, I guess. Did get an email already saying we can. Let me. I have to reread the email. Basically, if I could commit to certain number of hour obligations at the con next year, that we would be featured guests for TisCon. Oh, I don't even know how to say it anymore. ToothCon. I'm calling it ToothCon right now. But ToothCon 52. Um, one of the featured guests will be Chasing the Whimsy. How exciting is that?
Oh, okay, so last Saturday, Sunday, I take 4.5 hours worth of content. I'm fixing that shit, right? And I put them out. And then by Wednesday, I sent all the guests links to those shows. The chairman, Wendy, and then I think she forwarded it to, I want to say his name was Tom, but I don't think it's Tom. And by Thursday, they're like, yes, we would like you to come back next year as a featured guest. Okay, so there's featured guests. Uh, I'll get better at this, but here's from my general understanding of what it is. There, you had vendors, artists, right? Authors at the con, like 40 of them total, but only 20 of them like make it full into the book on the website, right? You get the website that says here are all the featured authors and guests coming in, and then all those guests have a certain um, time commitment that they need to put back into the con, right? So they were like, if you can come up with 3 hours worth of content, you guys are welcome to come in. We'll put you on the on like the first couple of pages of the booklet, right? And then it actually listed as um, featured guests. So we would make that list of those first of like those 10 or 15 people, which is actually super easy, right? Because they're like, hey, 3 hours. I'm like, well, we already did four, so like, um, that's easy enough. It's basically it just says we need to come up with like three panel ideas, each one being an hour long. If we listen to the episodes, um, we already came up with like three of them: podcasting something, story related something. Um, we could even do like some kind of live show, live. Like we do it live in front of somebody, live on like that would be weird. That'd be fun. Don't know why I put the pin in the Ming Chen conversation. What is interesting is some somewhere that we built some momentum. Some like I don't know. I can barely I can barely keep the week together. So we're gonna see if we can walk through it for a second. We've been doing podcasts for a year and a half, 80 episodes. We go to a con and we talk, and I wasn't shy about it. I even said for weeks, we're gonna go to TuesCon. We're semi auditioning, right? Because we want it to be like uh, TuesCon, Chasing the Whimsy, the official podcast, right? So we're not there yet, but like we're not that far away. Okay, it's not like give us like another year and a half. Like give us next year, and then the year after that, like we'll be featured guest, and then like like a small tagline that says if you want full coverage, boom, right there. As of right now, the way that it's looking is that Chasing the Whimsy will be at least two cons in some kind of capacity in the literature on the website, right? Um, which is actually pretty fantastic. Uh, it was half of the original idea that Liam and I talked about early on. Um, I would like him to be part of it. Obviously, he's doing his thing. Respect all that. I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks, so I don't even know. He has no idea what's going on yet. But like, how fun is it, right? I'm taking power meetings. We're getting like early acceptance into to a new like next year's con. Uh, and reached out to a couple of people. I think that's where my pen was. I think maybe I don't know. I reached out to a couple of the artists from what is it called? It's not TuesCon. Like I can't even spell it in my head. Tus Tuss. Like somewhere someone's gonna have to like. I think we're just gonna have to learn to accept that there's gonna be both pronunciations of it. But I lost my train of thought. how fun is that? So I reached out to all these other artists. Joel from Star Dragon Art, Luis Silva. Um, I reached out to those two and was like, what if I helped you guys start a podcast? And then it's like we're this close. So I don't think Whimsy Studio makes it uh, this year, 2024. But 2025, like we are fucking this close away from having the new website that says, here are all of the Whimsy like family uh, podcasts, and then here are all the web comics, and just building this central hub of podcasts that we help either start and produce, and we share their stuff, and then in turn they're going to share our stuff, and then like it's really coming together, and I'm fucking loving every second of it. um I don't know. It the idea is for next year, for our town, um Comic Con. It's definitely I'm going to definitely push the Whimsy Studios aspect of it. That's in June of next year. That gives me 6 7 months to really just fucking like iron in at least one or two more podcasts and one or two web comics. Like, and they don't. And the beauty of it is, it's not. It's not. I have to make these four other things. I just need to find somebody else that understands what Chasing the Whimsy is doing, like a community, right? It's similar to what I was trying to do with JJ, right? Is he was going to be the second flagship of Whimsy Studios, which is we're hearing book reviews, we're hearing his stories. I'm turning his stories into web comics, and I actually I'm doing that too, right? So it would have been like this, like Whimsy Studios, this like thing of like Ben and his community are just creating all this content that you can come in and you can just pick and choose what it is that you like. You want to see the Yellowstone comic? Boom, there it is. If you want to see Little Whims and you want to see Whimsy Doodles, like you can come here. You want to see was it Star Dragon? Boom, she's there. Um, like if you ever go to Kevin Smith's Smodcast, I don't even know what his looks like anymore. But yeah, it would be Smodco, and then on there would be the 12 shows that he was part of, some directly, some indirectly. But he just brought his friends in. That's where Telling Steve Dave came from. Was you guys do a podcast and you'll be on the network, and now people who like my show will find your like it's we're so close, and I just absolutely fucking love this idea. Like, and the best part about it is by the time that we do this in June, we're still haven't even finished year two. I don't know, man. It seems like a lot of fun. We got the new artist. We got Whimsy Doodles coming first of the year. Um, J Sarge. I'm working with some J Sarge stuff. He's going to start doing a um, a possible concept album, and we're going to collaborate on his one of his next albums. I think. Uh, man, this is an absolutely amazing little journey. Um, and the 10 of you watching, and then the 7 more that will watch afterwards. Those that like and subscribe, and the Patreon. Like you guys are like you're in on the ground floor of something that could be pretty like weirdly interesting. Uh, I want to say like wildly mainstream. Like I don't think we're not gonna. But you never know. This is what fucking blows my mind about the whole thing. I was like, I want to do a Whimsy Studios, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I should have an update in like 2 weeks, a week. In theory, there's an article about us in some random magazine. Uh, I don't know. It just seems so fun. Absolutely a blast, guys. Um, Anybody watching, if you want to do anybody who wants to make a podcast, just reach out to me and we'll get you up and running in 2 weeks. Like within 2 weeks, like we'll figure it out. We'll get you what it looks like. Uh, I mean, JJ did it by himself and he was killing it. Maybe I should just have JJ do it. Be like, JJ, I'm going to give you monies and I just need you to talk to these people and record it for them. It's actually not the worst idea I've ever heard. Moving on. We got some commercials for you guys. Thanks for listening to me like fucking fall down that hole real quick.
Go check out Whimsy with a Z, the podcast from Chasing the Whimsy. Whimsy with a Z is a brand new podcast where they meet and hang out with 6 teenagers each month to get to know what it's like to be a Generation Z in today's day and age. They'll discuss summer, first days of school, and maybe dive into the struggles that most teens face, but maybe not talk about. Join along as they break down the generation gap and better understand what it's like to be Generation Z. That's Whimsy with a Z. Chasing Whimsy, talking to Generation Z. A few new episodes up for you to listen to already, and make sure you subscribe to be notified of future releases. Whimsy with a Z is a podcast for teens, by teens, but parents are welcome and encouraged to also listen. You can stream it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and at the website chasingthewhimsy.com. That's Whimsy with a Z, the podcast. Go stream, download, and subscribe today.
Weird things happening in the course of like 6 hours. Okay, well, this one happened 2 days ago, but the fridge in the light in my fridge is out. But in the last 6 hours, my mouse stopped working. My computer completely just shuts off, and the phone at work, like I'm just noticing things are just turning off, like randomly, that aren't supposed to be turned off. Freaking me out.
Trying to get away from the signs, right? The universe and the signs, right? Um, Most of it started, and I think it's going to end with the car saga. I really want this goddamn car saga to be over. Okay, I need another like 10 days to figure this thing out. But I'm trying not to look at everything, like every weird little thing that happens is like a goddamn sign. But man, when this like piles on, it's just like it's then I don't know what to interpret it. Like we know that this mouse dies every once in a while. We had a couple of weeks ago. I fucking lost my mind and realized that mice used to have cords on the top. That was the whole thing, right? But I'm working. Mouse died. Has batteries. Things are shutting off. Things are like blowing out. Like things that day just stopped working, and I don't understand what or why any of it happened. So I'm at work. Okay, I have to uh, I have to go talk to a man about a horse before I log in every day, right? So I go downstairs and I'm talking to this man about this horse, and there's a phone on the wall. Okay, I know it's there. I pay very little attention to it ever, but for whatever reason, on this particular day, I was drawn to this phone and I stared at it. Oh shit! I stared at it, and then all of a sudden, it just turns off. Okay. So the oh shit for a second ago was like, oh my god, did I do that? Do I have a superpower? No. I don't know, man. Like it just wigs me out. and just throwing it out there, like hopefully, I mean, it just means things are ending, right? Like the whole car saga. It's like, hey, end it, get it off, just end it. Like that's what I'm taking from all of it is just let shit go and let's restart. Um, and that's where we're at with the car saga. I think the next one is car saga mind pocket. Hold on.
So I like the idea of reaching out to like pseudo celebrities or just guests. Um, you know, kind of with kind of like real fun stories, um, ones that kind of help inspire the kids. You know, you could do anything. So I have a list of names of people that I would like to try to reach out to, and some of the names seem very lofty, but I have been emailing a lot to people. I get like it's one of those things where it's like it seems stupid, but how can I, ask Liam and Sophie to, you know, follow their passions of doing something uh, if it seems stupid? So for the kids, I'm going to continue doing weird and dumb things if I think I can get it to work. I don't know if that sounded right, but you guys get it.
There's gotta there's gotta be a part like there's gotta be other podcasters, right? Uh, or like there's like somewhere there's gotta be a point, or there was a point where like I want like um is our guest too big, right? And right now I'm like no. uh, it's it's all this momentum that we've had over the last like 4 weeks ish, 3 weeks, and for whatever reason I'm just like I don't want to stop it, right? We had the con, we have some con talks, possible main connections. We're moving into next year, episode 100, end of year 2. Like I got a new artist. We got the lo-fi videos. YouTube is just fucking skyrocketing. I just need to figure out what is the lo-fi version of a podcast, and then the fucking Spotify numbers will start jumping all over the place. So like, I don't want to slow down in the forward ideas, right? Like I'll slow down on uh, a couple. Okay, I'm not, but Lim and I wanted uh, Jennifer Schwabach, Kevin's wife, to come onto the podcast. Impossible? No, we got the lady's business card when we met her at Chronicon. But now I'm like, I'm look. I'm not gonna tell you what how I came up with some of these names, but like I I actively looked to figure out how to get uh, who is it? Maya Rudolph, Kristen Wiig, um, and a couple of like other rando like some A-lister names. Like like it seems dumb to me. Um, a little bit in hindsight, right? You're like, what are you doing, man? Like, why are you reaching out to like people way above my station? And uh, part of it is like, why not? Like, no, like my favorite thing about it is like nothing says that I can't, so I just do, and that's what I've been doing the entire time with this fucking podcast. Is whatever seems like weird, scary, or outside of uh my area, I just keep fucking doing it, right? Worst thing they say is no, or they don't reply back. Then like I don't give a shit. Um, Will Arnett, like I quasi fucking reach out to that guy. He's the guy who played BoJack. Lisa Hannahworth, uh, Hannah Walt Warth, whatever. Um, she did the art for BoJack. Like I'm finding like weird email addresses for people, and I've sent 6 or 7 emails to like just a range of successful people in entertainment, and I absolutely love it. And every time I get this discouraged of like, what are you doing? It's like Liam wants to be a wrestler, and then I'd be like, no, you can't because you're not like I want to do that. I'd be like, you want to wrestle, you wrestle, support it. So I'm like, if he's gonna put himself out there, right? Nikki, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Um, I guess that's some random point. Like it's weird because Jason the Whimsy had a Grammy Award winner vocalist for 2023 on the podcast, and it's like it seems completely wild. Like if you're like episode 12, if you're like, hey Ben, do you think you guys will ever get a recent award winning Grammyist? Is that a real word? Grammyist? Um, I would probably be like, nah, we're gonna stick with the locals. We're gonna stick with the Ming Chens and the J Sarges. And it's like, like I absolutely just fucking love it. Um, I just like the idea of like every time I feel stupid, like if Liam was like, let's do that, and I was like, well, that was stupid. Like I want to do that. I'd be like, let's fucking do it. Same thing with Sophie. If Sophie wants me to get fucking Bluey on, I'm gonna figure out how to get Bluey on. Well, that's actually not a horrible idea. Dude, Gabby? Hey, does anybody know if Gabby fucking does cons? Is there a kid con? Can I get Gabby? The fucking dog, the cat lady? What? Dude, she'd lose her mind. 'Cause- okay, 20 years ago, if I wanted to get fucking Steve from fucking Blue's Clues, I probably couldn't, right? Because he's like, I'm not gonna. I could write him a letter, he might reply back. You go further back, um, you get like the older generation, like Kevin Smith. You get all these these pseudo. You got all these celebrities that are like, hey, when I was a kid, I would write in because I was part of their fan club, and they would send back like signed photos and stuff. Like those stories exist because there was an outlet. When I was a kid, that like I never signed up for fan clubs and like whatever else. But in 2024, I could absolutely like if I wanted to see from Blue's Clues today, he just has to fucking log into a computer and like he doesn't have to do anything, right? Like 20 years ago, he was never going to get on a plane and sit in my living room with me and talk. But we could absolutely within the, like it is not like that's the best thing about this whole thing, this whole experience. I could get literally anybody because anybody can do it from the living room or their bathroom, and I can have a 12-minute conversation with somebody. Like, oh, that's my favorite thing about this is topic. I might expand this a little bit more on an upcoming episode, maybe an ice episode of just like, hey, if you're ever discouraged, man, just think about the kids and then just do it because that's what I would tell the kids to do. I absolutely love it. Like, I know that was weird because I was like, I can't believe I'm sitting, like, I'm at work and I'm like looking up random celebrities, random, like, just random things. And the fact that I sent like 6 or 7 emails I've been like, hey, I'm a fucking 41-year-old guy doing a podcast with his kids. I want someone to come on and fucking hear your cool story. I don't know. I don't think I heard anybody back yet. It's the end of the year, so that's what really sucks right now. But it's out there. I'm throwing it out there because you never know. Like February rolls around and they're like, "Hey, I just got back into town. I just saw your email. How's next Thursday sound? Calling out sick." Uh, yeah. I don't know, dude. It's there's I don't know. I don't know where my head is in all. Like I'm still trying to grasp everything that is this. It's that momentum again. Just trying to just keep it and just ride it as long as I can. Um, and it is fucking fun. If anything, it's a fun mind pocket to be like, hey, I reached out to like. Okay, to be fair, the best like thought that came out of it was I can get Gabby. I gotta figure out how to get Gabby. I think that would be totally cool. And I think my mouse is broke. Oh my god, my mouse is dead. And I don't have my cord. All right, here we go. See, like I know that it's because I've used the mouse, but why does it die right now? I don't know. I don't understand any of my life. All right, moving on.
For the most part, putting together 3 episodes of the 4.5 hours wasn't that bad. Like for the like everything was put together correctly. I had to record the extra openings and the extra endings. Like I had the foresight, I had it all organized so that way everything was able to save fairly easy. Uh, I need quality control. I need someone to double check my work because I found out that for 2 hours, for 4 listens, part C ended up having some double volume. I forgot to silence one or the other, whatever it was. I had 2 recordings on top of each other. Fixed it, very simple semi fix. Got it done within a couple of minutes, but still, uh, I need to find somebody to give early access to do like a quick quality check after these things are done.
Still a fucking win. Like I'm. I wish you guys could have seen like how I was editing everything. Because like let's look at what we achieved right last weekend. We had the one episode of just me, Megan, right? But within those conversations, there were a handful of interviews. So I took all those out and put them over here. And then we recorded Sunday, and I took all those and I put them over here. So it made sense to me. It's 3 episodes. Boom. Ben Megan, Saturday, Sunday, easy. Writes itself. Okay, right? But you can't just take them out and put them over here and over here. You have to make sure that there's an opening, right? Because I got to have the opening sound, the song in the front, and then like I'm putting it together, and I'm like Megan, I'm like you have to come back and talk to me because we have to record an opening and an ending to each of these episodes because like to make it all so worked out beautifully. Sophie's on there; she's hanging out, um, helping me announce the Sundays, I think. And I'm like I'm going like, and I didn't rush it. Like to be fair, um, it was last weekend. we got home by like what 5. I listened to Still Everything. I wasn't done editing everything until like almost 9 or 10. So like I put like the 5 hours into like, and then I got home and then that's when I started uploading everything, right? But I made sure everything was at least downloaded. But yeah, somewhere super funny. Kelly's like, "Oh yeah, you fucked up," and I was like, "What? Where?" And I went back and listened to it because the way I organized them, they were stacked on top of each other. So if I hit play, it would play all 3 episodes at the same time, right? I missed one of the boxes somewhere. And what was weird and what I don't understand happened is it wasn't the whole episode. It was only like a fucking 6 minute chunk. I listened to it. I was like, oh my God, how did I miss that? Because it doesn't make sense of how it got there, to be fair. Like, let's be honest, right? It's you take all of it and then you trim them up and then I stacked them on top of each other, right? So that way I can take track 1, 2, and 3 and mute 1 and 2 and then just save 3 and then mute 3 and then unmute 2, right? So for there only to be a handful of minutes in which it double like like I don't understand it. Um, there is a funny okay. There's a trivia question in here somewhere. Just remember, it was the TuesCon episodes, but so someone needs to tell me what I did wrong. There's I'm trying to think how to word it. There are okay, so there's 3 episodes for TuesCon on Spotify and Apple, right? So those will be the same because they take the same information from one to the other. And then there's the YouTube version. Somewhere across those 3 mediums, all the audio is correct, all the comments are the same, but there is something on there that is I don't even know if I can. I don't think anybody's going to notice it because I don't know if you can see it. Uh, it's on YouTube. Okay, so that you can trim that down. So there's a. Let me know what the error is on the 3 YouTube videos. It was a random thought that I had, and then I audibled last minute, and I literally went in and changed everything Tuesday morning with regards to this particular error. If you find it, let me know. I'll send you something. Um, but yeah, it was funny. If anybody's okay, so the idea of this mind pocket is if you're interested and you can consistently listen to them a day early and you're interested in listening to them just to double check, make sure that everything sounds good, let me know. I will be happy to email you an official like early access version of everything just to make sure that the sound and the quality all work because it all sounds good when I'm listening to it and when I'm editing it, but somewhere I lost track of it in the save and I saved the wrong versions. Um, Stupid mouse. Yeah, yeah. I do like the mistakes that I make, but not on the audio, like not on the audio one, and not on the basically audition for our featured guest next year. So shout out to Kelly for finding it and was like, "What are you doing, idiot?" Um, got it fixed. All was good. Hey, my mouse is working. Hey, I didn't do anything to it. It. Uh, I don't understand my life.
I am tired of talking about
Okay.
fucking Nissan. I have one more idea. I'm reaching out. Um, I won't go into it now. I'm going to give everybody a chance to hear me out, but this thing's going to get this will be put to bed very soon. There will be one and a half more updates. If things go great, I'll make sure you guys know. If things don't go great, um, you will eventually hear about it because I'm going to document everything from start to finish. One long pictures, evidence, like put it all together. And then once I am done with it, I will never talk about this car saga again. Um, it's just time to put it to bed. Uh, it is what it is. So I'll take, you know, do what I can to hold people accountable. But if not, they'll be on them. So I will keep you guys updated what that looks like. But I figure I give everybody a chance to comment before I say anything further.
I don't think I told you guys. So I posted a video once outside of Nissan. I tagged a bunch of people, Nissan USA corporate, and they're replying back and they're like, "Call me." Okay, so I think everybody was aware of that. I actually ended up fucking calling them on like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They replied back and everything else. Every single person at Nissan is a huge piece of crap with zero accountability of any kind. Nissan USA flat out was like, sorry, you're having such a horrible problem. They're independently owned and operated, so we can't do anything. Okay. Which sounds super familiar. Like, uh, I may or my job with shipping and receiving's very similar policy, right? But I'm allowed to do certain things knowing that whatever it is, every single fucking person has just refused to accept accountability for anything. No GM has yet called me. Tyler, for whatever reason, has refused to call me back. Mo, finance guy, has refused to call me back. To be fair, I tried reaching out Thursday, left some messages. I will probably go in Monday. Very, very, very simple. Like, I'm legit tired of fucking talking about this. Like, it's wrong what they did, right? But at the same time, I've exhausted. Like, there's no more good fun stories with this. Like, it was cute and funny for a minute. It is absolutely beyond that. Um, so I have one idea. Um, if I used to be like a plot and schemer, like hustler, right? Like, um, I'm looking for to create an opportunity, right? To meet with a couple of people within Nissan. I have a proposal to end all of this, in which I will never talk about it again. Depending on their answer, will dictate the last thing that I do with all of it. Um, I think the proposal is goddamn brilliant, and if I can pull it off, like it will be like I don't know, third best hustle of my life, if not like I'm gonna call it third now only because I don't want to discount that I've done amazing hustles in the past. So Monday-ish, I'm hoping to talk to one or two people. I'm going to throw out my proposal and then let them make a decision on what they want to do with it. If we can work this out, I'll never talk about it again. You'll hear about the proposal and the great idea that this was. If they don't or they continue to ignore, then there will be I don't know. There's everything's documented across like multiple weeks, and it's part of me just like part of me hopes that they like I can get this thing resolved because I'm tired of you guys hearing about all of this. But there is a there is a narrative of all of everything that's happened since technically September, mid September. There is a story um, that has been told in pieces. Either either we get this resolved, or I'm going to go deep hard on everything. As I mentioned in the Mind Pockets, I got all the documentation. I got all the names. I have all of the like. I'm going to put it all together in one big fucking expose. Is that it? Is that what? Is that the right word? I'm thinking worst case. I commented a while ago that I want to try to figure out how to do like a longer form content, right? So you got like these YouTubers, right, that we like, and they take a true crime, and then they'll take a fucking 25-minute with all the pictures and all the evidence and the fucking interviews and the eyewitness statements, and they put it all together, and everybody absolutely loves the episode, and then we fuck off to the next story, right? That will be the last thing I ever do. Um, I will take a couple of days, organize it, throw some extra pitch. Like there could be one more time in which you guys hear the story one more time from start to finish with all of the pictures and all the names. Put it out there as a cautionary tale for anybody who wants to go there. Um, and it will end with Midway Nissan refused said proposal and felt that this was the best course of action to take. And then I will never talk about fucking Midway Nissan again because I'm tired of talking about it. Like it blows my mind I talk about it as much as I do. Um, this many people not wanting to take accountability for something, like it's no longer. It's like it's not even a me issue now. Like there's a whole fucking breakdown. Um, I just don't think they're worth. I don't think they're a fight worth fucking dragging this thing out much longer. To be honest with you, they're just really like if it turns out bad, then I'll just tell people my experience and we'll call it a day. And I'm just gonna go back and live my better life because I know I'm a good person. And if they will refuse to acknowledge that they have an opportunity to be better people, great. If not, that's on them. Fuck them. I'm gonna go back because I got bigger things. I got studios to manage. I got talent to find. I got comics to write. Right. New artist. She's only 19 and she's fucking killing it right now. Um, fucking JJ's bow staffing like a crazy person. He's taekwondoing like a crazy person. Liam's wrestling like a crazy person. Sophie's just amazing as a great, like, just everybody's doing fantastic. I'm going to focus on more of the positive stuff. Fuck these guys. So, um, we got one more and we're done. That's it. I'm not even bringing it up on Monday. That's it. Hate them.
Let's say that I had a client list of sorts for an old job that I used to have. Uh, Nothing crazy. It's all legit. I just don't want to say what I was doing. But said list had like 60 people on it. I haven't seen the majority of these people in years. It was just an old email I was looking through. Um, yeah, totally found out that one of them had died. So I went through the list a little bit and tried to Google a couple of people and found out like two more of these people have died. Uh, Not surprising on I guess both of them, but yeah, it was really weird. Find an old list and then start looking at other people. I don't know. Kelly might not appreciate. Not appreciate's the right word. Kelly gets what I'm talking about.
So like when I worked at the bowling alley for like decent analogy. I worked at the bowling alley. I knew everybody, right? So I knew the Dewberries, I knew the Leverages, the fucking guys over here. Like I knew everybody, and it's weird because I found this list that goes back. How many years, Kelly, does this thing go back? Like 11, at least 11 years of people that I helped regularly in some of their contact info. And I was notified last night that one of these guys like passed away, and they're like, "Well, how come you didn't tell me that he passed?" I'm like, "I didn't know he passed away." To be fair, I was like, "It's not my job to freaking track these people around." But yeah, it was really interesting. It was weird. So I go through the list, and there's a bunch of names. Uh, Alexander Kittredge, Chuck Lofgren. Who else was there? And I go through these names, and I'm like, "Oh, I remember these people," because like we had to have done something to add them to my list of regulars. And it was just weird to be like the idea of having to scratch somebody off the list. Uh, and yeah, I scratched three names off that list last night. It was weird um, because you always wonder like what happened to these people, and if this list is like 12 years old, and like some of it could be age, and then like some of them you're like I know this person was shady, so maybe something caught up to him, and like it's so weird. Um, yeah, somehow I deserved a mind pocket to be like, I guess like what happens when you go through like a yearbook 20 years later, and to be like, oh my god, I remember this person. It's my first crush. Oh, they actually killed themselves, and you're like, oh my god. Yeah, it was weird. It was a fun little list. Interesting that I still remember all these people and all the things that they liked. Absolutely. I don't know if you guys just saw what happened. All right. Grandma, that was so good, man. I hit the wrong button. I didn't hit play. I basically turned off the top screen, and when it came back, it was still there. I did not have to back up and oh, you guys won't even like you guys don't appreciate it, but holy hell, I almost lost my shit because I was like, fuck, I fucked it up. We're at the end of the show. One more mind pocket, Patreon, get you guys the hell out of here.
Last year we did kickball for birthdays
Mm.
or a birthday. Could I plan a Taskmaster type birthday with like the kids or like the different families? Like, could I do that? Uh, I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm thinking about it, but I don't know.
Last week, I mentioned I've been watching a bunch of Taskmasters, like a fucking bunch. Like, um, there's very little new TV, and for whatever reason, I just love this Taskmaster show. They come up with fun like tasks for you to put this egg in this fucking bowl without using your hands, type thing. So you could play with the verbiage a little bit to be like, well, I technically didn't like you mislead and misdirect a little bit. It's a lot of fun. There's some comedy element to it. But I'm at a point right now where I'm like trying to find like 5 or 6 different tasks or games. And then for our birthdays, like, let's see if we can get people to do that. I think the kids would enjoy it. And I think the adults would have fun watching the kids like randomly compete on like the weirdest, dumbest things in the world. Like egg, it's basically egg drop. Like everybody has 20 minutes, fucking figure out how to drop an egg from the highest. Um, That's an idea. It's 5.5 months away. If I come up with, I'm gonna work with it. I'll throw it by a couple of people, see if any of the ideas stick. I do like the idea of like that Liam had last year of getting the whole family together, play a game, which was fun. So can we do the same thing, but instead of running around, mind games, right? Because I would be curious to see how okay, get the egg from this table to this table without using your hands, right? And it would be curious to see how 4 different kids would handle the same task. It's kind of like where I'm getting at. I think it would be interesting. Um, I don't know, just an idea. We're almost done. Give me like 4 more minutes. We'll get you guys the hell out of here.
Hey there, Whimsy fans! We wanted to take a moment away from the fun to express how much your support and contributions mean to us. If you're liking what you're hearing from us so far, we'd like to invite you to show us some love on our new Patreon. Starting at just $1 a week, you can help us keep the whimsy coming. That's not just our podcast, but live streams and new projects on the horizon as well. All members get special shout out during our live streams. If you're comfortable giving a little more, please take a look at our gift tier. These gifts are hand-picked by the Whimsy crew to bring more curiosity, fun, and whimsy to you as thanks for your support. Every little bit counts, and whether you support us by listening and subscribing to our podcasts, holding court on our lives, or subscribing to our Patreon, thank you for helping us keep the magic alive and the mics on. You can find our Patreon at patreon.com/chasingthewhimsy, or follow the link on our YouTube channel at Chasing the Whimsy. Thank you again for all the support. Whimsy!
Nikki and your family, Megan's family, Joyce and Enderfrog, EC1, Gooster, Nina, Violet, Anna, and my dad. Thank you guys for the pay tiers. Huge help on keeping me coming up with different fun ideas on the merch side, in the video side, right? Again, the if you guys like the lo-fi videos, you want to see more, jump in and help us out a little bit on the Patreon. It comes out to like $1 a week. So for $4 a month, it helps fund that. Technically, I have not paid J Sarge for shit. Um, I technically have, and I will be. But um, as we build the Patreon, it lets me make. We got ornaments that are going out this month. Oh, they're in the wrong place. I can't even show you what they look like. We got boxes of ornaments that I gotta send out. We got coasters coming soon. Looking at tumbler cups. So if you guys want access to any of that stuff, jump into the Patreon and help out. If you cannot uh, do the $4 or $10 pay tier, totally fine. Sign up for the free Patreon so you can at least see what's going on, show some support there, interact with some of the people on what you guys like about the new merch, the new web comics, and then just make sure you're following all the YouTubes and the socials and all the podcasts. So continue to listen, hit the free one, just taking in all that free shit that you can. And if you find yourself in a position where you got a couple of bucks, consider the Patreon so we can continue making fun stuff. That's it. We're done. Hour and a half. It is what it is. That's it. Decent mind pockets. I enjoyed it. Uh, way more awake today than last week. Uh, that's all I got for you guys. Monday, I have no idea what I'm doing Monday. I'll do something. Couple of updates, similar to what some of the stuff I mentioned today. Some decent TV I found. Nikki got her ornaments. I think I do have to hit the post office on Monday, which absolutely like bothers me. I hate going to the post office. Uh, yes, benefits of being local. Heck yeah, it's so much easier. Um, yeah, I don't know. Anybody have any ideas? Shoot me a text. What the hell I can talk about the second half of Monday. But there's there's some fun updates. We got Yellowstone tomorrow night, so we'll have some Yellowstone updates. Mom and I talked for like legit an hour on Monday about what we thought Yellowstone was going to be. Um, I thought I had an idea for Monday and I lost it somewhere throughout the week. Um, that's it. Thank you guys for hanging out. Nikki, always. Grandma, Kelly, Mom, whenever you decide to watch this. Uh, that's all I got. Yeah, hey, leave me some comments. What do you guys think of the TuesCon episodes? Leave those comments. Andy, huge thanks for all the comments that you left. Everybody else, show fucking TuesCon that you liked the episode. Leave some comments. Because we're gonna go back there next year. We're gonna blow it up. We're gonna have a blast. You guys have a good night. And Whimsy.